I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on a flight, take a trip to Peru. Yeah, hop in the whip that is missing a roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I know I'm mighty, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't need much, your Billy you do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing to say. Let us talk about it. No bruise, about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Every week I got a mission to get it. Hop on a flight and then finish in business. I'm sitting in business, just look at the ticket. The traveling man, I'm switching the pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it, I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again. Well, you get it. Elevate and enjoy the saga. Better pay, give me more than dollars. Still on the grind, ahead of my time. My yesterdays are yo mananas. Trip to Hawaii, then bust out the haka. I bust out the haka, I bust out the when there's nothing to do. Never been capping, you know that it's true. Haters will cry me a river like boo. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. 10 out of 10.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Second-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he is caught. And he will have the Chiefs first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He figured that one out. I mean, really.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Andrew Wingard, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. after the sack. It's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Come on, 37. Fuck.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Flushed out right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney. Mahomes going to throw. Locates Hardman for another catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for the Jags' first down. The Jaguars had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
All right, let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And down he'll go at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete to Tony. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Josh Allen, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Jags are going to get the football back at their own 17. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Open man downfield is Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Lion!
On first down, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. But they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back in.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On the return, here's Agnew. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Calling a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Now Lawrence. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Lawrence will throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Hardman to return. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That's a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll look to Etienne to start things out. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Sliding out of the pocket. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Handoff running left is Etienne. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
30 left.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go.
And they'll go again with Etienne. 53 yards rushing for him now and just 6 carries to this point. And I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Etienne will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Street. 11. Silver.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown, and this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a third. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball, and in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On second down, a run with Etienne. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
It's great seeing that type of run from Etienne. And look, I know we couldn't consider him for Rookie of the Year last year, but it really was his rookie season since an injury cost him all of 2021. And he looked like a Rookie of the Year, 9th in the NFL with over 1,100 yards for a surging Jaguars offense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Kill. 13, Luke. Here we go.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter.
right, let's go.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by McManus is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his numbers and ball carry. They got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mahomes. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep it.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Second and 10.
Take right open.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Easy.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll run with ETN. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Jaguars get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman, fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Yellow.
Mahomes. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Mahomes to throw it. That's going to be caught by Tony. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The Chiefs will use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Mahomes will throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Mahomes. Complete. Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Well, they need to score, and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Yellow.
This is 1st and 10. Mahomes. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Here comes 2nd down. To throw is Mahomes. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Jags, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get...
Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you ride designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tenant when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. nobody. I know how hard it can get. Respect whoever on they. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. I don't do, but I've been off them all week. Tryna take this far as I can, I want it all on sleep. Might just put a 40 ball in my mouth, cause I know my talk ain't cheap. Soon as you start running up money, they could tell cause it reeks. Oh boy, it's so much to see. Gotta learn to keep your balance. Going to sleep on silk sheets, but it used to be a pallet. Fell in love with shopping, I'm getting a grip of it, I don't need no stylist. Walking on mouth, spin a bag on anything if it got me smiling. I'm on every L that I ever took, I promise. Flashing with a system, man, I don't look, that's how I'm coming. Can't wait to touch a meal like I ain't got no food inside my tummy. Been had a vision, seen it vividly before it got sunny. You could tell I'm committed. This get hard and I get it, but long as you stay authentic, you'll be destined to win it. I recreated my image. This was earned, never given. Gonna be that way till it's finished.